As expected, today I'm going to be doing a hair tutorial video, and if you can see, you can tell that I don't have my ombre hair anymore, and I loved it. I still love it, and I wish I still had it, but I had to get rid of it, and I'll explain why. But you'll also notice that my hair is really long. Not really, it's extensions, I know. Hair doesn't grow that fast. But anyway, yes, these are extensions. These are the first extensions I've ever had. I've never bought any before or dealt with them. I don't know anything about them. I do know that they're expensive. And everything that I've researched about extensions has kind of been negative as far as money goes. You're looking at paying anywhere from $130 to over $200 for a good pair of extensions. So I was not willing to do that, but I researched and I found a way to make my own extensions. Of course, I would have to make them. I always make everything, so yes, I made my own hair extensions. Now let me explain how. I know that sounds a little crazy. At Sally's, they have extensions that are already like ready-made. They're already together. They already got the clips. And they look something like this, and they'll have a package that has like 4, maybe 5 pieces, maybe 6, I don't know, of different variations of these clip-in hair. And they're ready to go. As soon as you get them, you can put them in, unless you want them like cut in a certain way. They're pretty much ready to wear. Those are the ones that are going to cost about $200 or $150, something like that, depending on the length and depending on the quality of hair, because there's a lot of different kinds of hair, believe it or not. And that can vary the price a lot depending on what you want. So, also, there's a lot of other ways that you can have extensions. You can have them actually woven into your hair, like a weave. I guess that's what they call it. Is it essentially an extension? It's a weave. You can have them glued in, I think. I just don't want to do that. Or you can make your own with the clips. And how you do that is Sally's also sells packages of hair that is sewn into these tracks, these wefts. This is what they look like. They're just a line of hair. It's one, kind of thin layer of hair. And these are 12-inch in like a medium dark brown or something. I can't remember the color, but anyway, they're sewn together already, and I bought 2 packages of these. I really probably could have just bought one, but I wanted to make sure I had a lot of hair because my hair is decently thick, and I wanted my extensions to look full and thick. And so I bought 12 inches first, and I got them home. I bought 2 packs. They were about, I want to say, close to about $30 a pack. So I spent about 60 bucks, which is kind of expensive for hair, but I bought 2 packs. So essentially, I bought enough hair to do 2 sets of extensions. But since my hair is kind of thick, I wanted real, voluminous hair, voluminous hair, whatever. So I bought 2 packs, and what you do, this looks funny. My dad likes to wear these and look like Duck Dynasty. But anyway, don't do that. You just decide where you want them, and with extensions, you wear them in layers, in between layers of your own hair. And you start down here at the bottom, and like you leave a section of your own hair underneath because you have to have some hair to clip them onto. So you have a section underneath, and then you put up the rest of your hair, pin it up out of the way, and then you measure. You take these tracks of hair, and you measure from what point you're going to start at, like right here to over here in the same area. And then you measure off, and you kind of get an idea from here to here. And then you take it and you double it. Let me figure out. Double it from here over. So you double your track of hair. Now if you want really, really thick hair, you can triple it or quadruple it. But for someone with just normal hair, you probably could get by with just 2. And this is what it looks like. It's about that thick. I actually did 3 because I wanted really thick hair. But then you take your pieces after they're doubled together, clip it off, you know, cut it off right there, and then you can sew the tracks together. You want to, if you're using dark hair, of course you want to use dark thread. And I just use like really strong upholstery thread, which you don't have to use that. I just thought it would be good. So I just kind of sewed in and out, in and out. Actually, where I did 4, I layered them one underneath another, kind of, I don't know if I can show you, kind of like that, instead of right on top of each other. I actually put one there, and then I like zigzag stitched across it by hand. I sewed it by hand, and it turned out to look, let me show you one that's done. This one's got 4, kind of looked like that. But you don't have to do it that way. You can actually lay them one on top of the other, and you can sew it straight through. And then I purchased these wig clips from Sally's too. I got a pack of, I think, 12 for like $6 and something. And this is what they look like. They pop. They have a bar that has like a rubber piece right here. And then they have the comb end there. And then you take that, after you've got your tracks of hair sewn together, you take and you put your clip with the comb on the outside and the bar up against the hair. And then they've got little holes right here, and I sewed those into the tracks of hair. And I put 3, one on each end and one in the middle. And then I have another piece, these are just my extra ones, but I have another piece that's really long. You really don't have to make them really long. You can make like pieces, like a piece here and a piece here and a piece here, but I made like one big long piece, and I put like 4 clips. I put 2 here and 2 here. So this is what they look like when you get them done. I've got the clips, and then you just figure out where you want to put them in, and you clip them. You pop them out like this first, put them down in your hair, and clip them. And I got another video on to show how to keep them from falling out. And I will try to put the link to that video in the description of this video. That's coming up soon. So if you want to know how to put these in and keep them from falling out, I have a trick that I will show you, because I learned these can be really, really heavy. They will slide out of your hair. By the time I was wearing them, and like 15 minutes later, they were like down to here. And I kept having to take them out and put them back up. So I found a way to clip these in and make them stay. They will not move at all. I went to a concert. I was just jumping around, hair going everywhere, and they didn't offer to move. So it works. I will show you. There's another video. I will put the link in the description. But as you can tell, like I said, these are 12-inch. And these look a lot longer. These are actually 18 inches. So I have another set. Actually, I only have, well, I have 2 sets of extensions, but what I did was I took part of my 12-inch extensions and I added some of my 18-inch hair that I bought to my 12-inch. But I have 2 pieces of, or 2 sets extra that I don't even wear because I have nowhere. I have 4 clips of hair in my head right now, so I have a lot of hair on, and it gets hot, so I don't even use these. These are a lot shorter, and like I said, I've got the 18-inch ones in right now, and they're quite a bit longer. And actually I just took like a track or 2 from my 18-inch and I added it to my 12-inch extension. I just sewed it extra on there. So, and another thing about that, these the 12-inch that I bought are 100% real human hair, and they're so soft and they're so shiny and they feel so good. But when I went back and bought my 18-inch hair, they didn't have 18 inches in this color. So I looked at a different, this is Sassy brand at Sally's. The name of it was Sassy's. It's 100% real human hair. It's really good quality. I really, really like it. It's in a lot better shape than my natural hair. So it actually looks a lot healthier and a lot shinier than my own hair. And it feels so soft and so good. But I was looking at other brands of hair to use since they didn't have that brand in 18 inches. And I found, I can't remember, I think it was Hairtensity. Yeah, that was a brand. And it said 100% human hair premium blend. So I was like, premium, yeah, that's a good word. And 100% hair, so I thought, I can't go wrong. They were a lot cheaper. For 18 inches, they were like $28. So I thought, wow, I only needed 1 pack. So I spent maybe 30 bucks, and I bought a few more hair clips to add to it. And so I didn't spend much money at all. Got home, and my plan, because my 12-inch ones, I actually ombre'd those to match my regular ombre hair. I just took and highlighted the tips of them, and they did beautifully. They did great. They did perfect. And then I took my 18-inch hair, and I was going to do the same thing. And this was a different brand, the premium blend, and I was going to highlight the tips of it. Thankfully, I only did like a section of an extra set or extra piece that wasn't a really important piece, and I waited for like an hour, and it didn't even lighten it up at all. So I added heat to it with my hairdryer, and they ended up frying. I mean, they were like a spring, and it was so fuzzy and so horrible looking. I had to cut it off from the extension, so I just completely done away with that. And it didn't look right that my bottom layer was dark and then I had ombre up here. It just looked like an Oreo cookie, like I had ombre here, and dark here. It just didn't look right. So I ended up just dyeing over all of my hair. My extensions that I ombre'd, I dyed them back brown. You're not even really supposed to dye them. You're not really supposed to, definitely not supposed to bleach them, but the 100% real human hair will bleach. I just wouldn't do it too often. I wouldn't bleach it and then go put a color on it and then try to bleach it again. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but if you did, like say you highlighted them and then you didn't want them highlighted and then you colored them and then you change your mind a month later like I do and highlight them again, they'll probably really be fried. So I wouldn't do that, but the 100% hair will dye and it will bleach, but it's not recommended. The premium blend will not bleach at all. Don't even try to, because it will turn into a bird's nest of just fuzziness. It was awful, and I had to cut it off, and so I just dyed everything back to my normal hair color, and that's why I don't have ombre anymore. But I like it. I've got a lot of compliments, and the premium blend is okay as far as just if you're just going to get the color and you're going to match it to your normal hair color, but it's not good for dyeing. It's not good for a lot of heat styling. It will style with a curling iron, and it will style with a flat iron and anything like that, but you have to be careful of how much heat you use on it. You have to keep a low setting of heat. So it does really well as far as curling with a curling iron. It will curl, but it just doesn't feel as soft, and it doesn't feel as healthy, and it doesn't look as shiny. As you can tell, it's kind of scraggly looking. It needs brushing out and it needs washing, but it's good for what it is, and I don't mind the premium blend. I just really prefer the 100% real human hair. It's so much better, but this kind of matches really well with my already damaged hair, so nobody can tell. This kind of looks too healthy up against my damaged hair. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or anything you want to comment about, just leave it in the comment section below or send me a message and I'll try to get back to you. And I hope this was helpful. Hope I didn't confuse anyone. I don't have exact totals on prices on what I spent. I think on my 2 packages of the 12-inch I spent about $60 plus the clips, and then on the 18-inch I spent about around $30. So I still spent less money for essentially 2 sets of extensions than what I would have spent on 1 set of the ready extensions. Oh, and I cut them. I layer cut them like in a V layer to sort of blend in better with my hair, because when you buy them, they're just kind of straight cut off. This kind wasn't as bad, I'm sorry, as the premium blend, because it's kind of already wispy looking, but the premium blend looked really straight. So I took a razor comb and I layer cut them. I can't really explain how to do layer cuts. I've been layering my hair, my own natural hair, for several years now, and it's just something that you just either know how to do or you don't. I don't know how to explain how to do that. So if you don't know how to kind of cut layers in, just take your extensions to your stylist and they can probably help you cut them the way that you want them. So I just did just a layer cut on them, cut some short pieces on the top and had it layered down in kind of a V. That's what I did for this. And this is what they look like. They're really full, they're really hot, they're really heavy, but they're very pretty and I really like them. And a lot of people, unless they didn't know what my hair length was before I got these, they would have thought that these are actually my hair. I've had a few people think that, wow, your hair's really grown, but no, it's extensions and I love them. If you don't even really want like a lot of length, like say your hair's already decently long, you don't really need extensions for length, they're also great just to add body and volume. Like say if your hair's really thin and limp, you can add these in between your hair just to give more hair. And I like them just as much for that reason than I do for length. But it's nice to be able to go to really, really long hair from, my natural hair is just, you know, about right here. So I've got a lot of extra length there. And I really, really like being able to do that. And then if I get tired of them, I just take them out. It's no big deal. Don't have to keep getting a haircut and keep growing it back out. So there you have it. I hope that was informative. Have a good one. Bye.